every +6, every pick. This is AFL Fantasy Live with the Traders. Now, here are your hosts, Roy, Calvin, and Warnie.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wanderers.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator. And Roy.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
For the first time today.
Yeah, it's good to be here. And what a week to come back, because it's on like Donkey Kong. We get into a little bit of, I don't know, a lazy state of mind there before we have to go bang.
That's it.
Switch on here, team.
Yep.
It is the buys.
It is.
First week of the buys, round 12.
Round 12.
As it is. How are those blue dots looking? All on your bench?
Yeah, they are.
And a few on the field. Don't you worry about that.
Are there?
Yeah, of course there are.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I've got a very important team selection.
Oh, yeah,
tonight.
100%. It's going to dictate our trades massively.
Big time.
Yep.
I could be scrambling, or I could be sitting, 20 pretty.
20 pretty.
Wow.
If I got very lucky.
Right.
Cats, Suns, Giants, Hawks, Roos, and the Power have all got the buy this week.
It's time for breaking news with Warnie.
All right, our breaking news. Well, let's start with what we've got in the sense of what happened last night. We had our mid-season draft, and basically all the players bar one were all new players. So there's always names like Nathan Freeman, who's averaging like 49 disposals in the VFL.
Yep.
Didn't get picked up.
What
the
a
club's
joke.
not like players getting the ball in their teams.
There's a few midfielders out there that could do with him.
Oh, I tell you what, I haven't seen the dude play, but the guy Colton picked, the amount of times he can touch a ball in a game compared to Freeman.
Agree.
I just don't get it.
Basically, everyone's 170k except for old mate Matt Parker, who was a rookie for us a few years ago.
Yeah.
He is $308,000 because he's discounted based on his previous average.
Yep.
So there he is. So some of the averages, though, the best one was Connor West in the Waffle. He's averaged 107 this year.
Nice.
In the Waffle, so he's going along pretty well. Don't think he'll get a game for West Coast. 27 disposals, 6 tackles.
I think a couple of them will play.
Do you really?
John Newcomb, he could, the Hawk. So he's
Yeah.
averaging 106. So he's going, 7 tackles and 23
He
touches.
dictated his own terms.
He did. So he must have
So
a
he's
bit
a
of swag.
chance.
What?
Yeah, he said, basically, I need that for that amount of time to waste my time with this.
Oh.
And he's gone.
So it's probably some
a
of the
chance.
bigs, because there's heaps of rucks taken.
They love
You'll be able to
rucks.
see all the prices and all the players there on afl.com.au/fantasy. You can click through and find all of that there. But those rucks, the big fellas, like that Jacob Edwards, he's a ruck forward, 170k, averaging 75 in the NAB League for North Melbourne. Surely they could play someone at some point this year.
It's a great time to pick a ruck, I reckon, because
It's
you
a free
don't
hit.
necessarily get
Yeah.
a good one when you draft them high, but some of them mature late, and that it's a good time just to have a crack at a ruck,
free hit.
isn't it?
Let's
a free
face
hit
it,
at a
yes,
ruck.
it
And Ned Moyle.
Oh.
Good name.
Great name.
So he's a ruck, 170k. He's gone to Gold Coast. So
He's got to play this
if
next
Zach
game.
Smith's playing.
Exactly.
Oh, mate, jeez. So there they are. I guess we just watch them. But the positive is, if any of them get a game, bar Matthew Parker, who may even play for Richmond at some point.
I can't see why not.
Yeah,
he could have impact.
but they're all
there.
170k. So if they're getting a game, at least we've got more basement price dudes that we can be thinking about.
Do you
There's your
imagine
glass half full, cow.
Zach Smith, Gold Coast, sitting there watching the draft. Oh, God, they've got a ruck. He thinks to himself, he goes, I'm gone, aren't I? Gone.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Any other news during the week, boys, that's worth considering?
Oh, yeah, there was a bit about a massive pig.
Tall pig, ruck pig.
Now, ruck pig.
Okay.
Calvin's got his own breaking news. Ruck pig.
Really?
Yep.
He's playing this week, Cal.
Oh, yeah, you gave me to think of that.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's running.
You're not Team Awesome Sauce.
No, I'm definitely not. But on Twitter, I know everyone else saw it, Collingwood posted a picture of the ruck pig who has
He's back running.
It was heartwarming, wasn't it?
nerve damage or an upset nerve in his neck, however you want to call it, running. Now, one day I really hurt my neck and I tweaked it and I had to do the old, hello, Roy.
Yes.
And I was
That's
basically turning around like my neck was paralysed in one spot. If
What
I
did
went,
we call that again?
it was Toombs.
The tumour.
Oh, goodness, that was bad.
Yeah, if you went for a run, it doesn't help. Like it jars it
No.
and it upsets it. So I'm not a nerve doctor.
Mate, you
You're not
couldn't
much of a
actually do
doctor.
anything.
Right, it took a long time. more than 2 to 3 weeks for the rugby. But I just don't understand, if you've got a nerve damaged in your neck, why you would be running 2 days later.
Because he's not as bad as they first feared.
Agree. So why can't he play this week? Well, here's the other thing.
You can't just make up your own source.
No, I get that. No, it's a theory.
Right.
And in the AFL media, you're allowed to do that. Just chuck it out there.
Carry on with it, yes.
Right. So I think he might miss this week. I think he will miss this week.
Right.
But he must come back to play against Max Gawn.
Right.
That's the only thing here.
Is that what you're really thinking?
I really believe he is back in round 13. Now,
you have just seriously
I know.
got in the head of a journo and you've created a potentially double-page spread.
Yes.
Because you've convinced yourself
Yes.
through looking at a photo on Twitter that could have actually been old footage.
Agree.
An old photo.
No, it's new. It is new.
Yeah, and I've even got a headline
I can
for
confirm
it.
that.
Got a headline for it.
How do you know?
Because I saw it was on AFL Photos being taken.
Okay.
Therefore, it was uploaded on that day.
There you go.
That's
Dime
how
as
you
well.
source, mate.
Yeah.
Where is
You
that?
guys are team awesome.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. And a headline for my story in the local newspaper would be pain in the neck, ? Right? Ready?
Not there.
Pain in the
Question mark because it's not there anymore.
Pain in the neck? Yeah, see?
very
see
good.
how you say it?
Yeah.
Because you just go pain in the neck. Pain in the neck? That's a question mark.
It is.
Right.
Right, new story. But you know what? I will dig deeper on this.
We're going to talk some
gonna dig deeper.
Grundy stuff after we get through this stuff now.
Just covered it all.
Oh, did we? Whether you trade or not?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's
All right.
playing.
Well, let's get into what we're all here for, gentlemen. It is teams. They are in. Let's get into them.
This is
exciting.
massive. Okay.
12 teams.
You
So-
excited?
I am. Yep.
Melbourne, no ins. Ed Langdon is out with concussion, so that would be the emergency sub there. So Sparrow stays in. Brisbane, Lachie Neale is back.
Huge.
Right.
Leicester is back.
Madden
That
gone.
means
Yeah, Madden's gone.
Reece the Beast Matheson,
No way.
he's omitted.
Whipping boy.
There was articles and interviews about him all week.
Yeah, bury the medical subs out, but also James Madden.
He's
who
out.
Yes.
Yes,
is
okay.
A popular in this week.
So Dev Robertson holds.
Dev Robertson holds.
He's been okay, Dave.
And
He
so
has.
he should. The Saturday game, the first one there is St
One.
Kilda and Sydney, or Sydney and St Kilda at the SCG. Kicks off the day, and your ins.
Highmore,
Fox,
Highmore.
McDonald, Hickey and Amati.
Oh, too many.
Out. Sinclair has been omitted. Brand omitted.
Hold.
Stevens omitted. McLean omitted. And Louis Taylor, who was a medical sub, he's out.
Oh, dodged there.
Highmore.
Sydney, that was.
Oh,
Too many.
God. Okay,
ins.
keep going.
God, you're a crazy.
St Kilda, Hunter Clark's back. What role does Hunter Clark play?
Halfback,
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
Highmore's gone.
Out. Tom Highmore omitted.
Oh, bullet!
With Loney as well. who
Oh,
was a
that
medical
guy.
sub.
He doesn't get much love, does
No,
he?
he
But
doesn't.
now, Adelaide and Collingwood, let's get excited because Ronan O'Connor is an in.
Is he?
We've got a green dot back.
That's pretty much another bullet. Yeah.
He's in.
good to have.
That's a good target.
That's a good one.
Barry's out with concussion and Nathan Murray has been omitted. That's his name, Nathan Murray? Murray.
Yeah,
Yeah, Murray anyway.
I think
be his
so.
name.
I think it's Nathan.
Yeah.
That can be.
Now, that means that Hamill must stay in.
It's
the
Nick,
side.
Nick Murray, mate.
Nick.
And-
Who's Nathan Murray?
His brother.
Is there a Collingwood
Nathan
dude?
Lovett Murray.
We've played this game for too long.
And that's Aaron Hamill too.
Aaron. For Collingwood, Thomas, Elliott, Lynch. So big Max Lynch is in there. And Rantow Destroy. Do you still
He's
have
in
him?
what? An
He's
extended
in.
squad?
It's a real squad.
He's in a real squad.
Yes.
Out.
McRae.
The medical
damn
staff
it.
didn't get to stay in the side.
It's okay. He's a better scorer.
Hey, well, I'll
Brody
take
Grundy's
it.
out with a neck,
Oh.
so he's not playing this week, Calvinator.
Bad squirt.
Basketball background, Wilson has been omitted. Cal Brown has been omitted. And, big one.
Oh, no.
Good thing we're not playing draft this week. Chris Main has been managed.
Chris Main managed.
Oh, God.
Mate.
You get so kissed. He even misses his cheating guy getting managed. It's like he's managed
Gee,
him.
I'll promise you that.
I'll tell you something here. 1.3 thousand people have traded him in this week.
Yeah, it's
1.3.
a good move.
Great
I know.
move.
I've got him in the notes as a trade
Yeah,
target.
right. Well, you
underpriced.
better fix that up, Destroy.
Bombers and Richmond in the Dreamtime at Perth.
Dreamtime.
Oh, yes.
Francis is in. Burke Thatcher. Zerk Thatcher, because it's
Yeah, I got you.
Zerk Thatcher. Omitted, as well as Snelling out with a thumb, and the old hamster must stay in then.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
Hamster.
because he was
How
the
could you
sub.
not have him in there?
Well, he didn't come on as a sub, but he stays in the side. Richmond, Edwards is back, as is Pickett.
Okay.
The outs, Nank with that knee.
Yep.
And then you've got Hugo Rouse-Smith's been omitted for anyone rolling with him.
Saw that coming.
And Dan Rioli, the medical sub. Sorry.
Gone.
You're not getting a game. Now, Carlton and West Coast. These are Sunday games, so the squads here, they will obviously be updated at 5 p.m. on Friday. Make sure you check those from all your local guides. Carlton, Paddy Dow into the squad.
Yes.
What?
Fisher, Parks and Nunes
Okay.
out. Gibbons hamstring. Okay, so...
Okay.
West Coast?
Check that one tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah,
Go, Paddy.
right. So West Coast, I'm going to go with the outs here to start with. Oscar Allen's out with that concussion. Kennedy's out injured. Tim Kelly's out with that knee, which looks about a month or so. Archie's injured, and Brander is injured. So into their squad.
Right, here we go.
How quick can that new guy play for him?
Well, into their squad is not in this list, but we've got Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he's a debutant, and I think they've announced that he will play.
Oh, hello.
He's the son of Tyson.
So is
even
Must
better.
be good.
is this the midfielder Edwards? 'Cause they've got 2 Edwards on their list.
Yeah, H.
So it's Harry Edwards as a defender. He is a 2-2-2 defender.
That would be him then, would it?
Yeah, that's Harry Edwards.
So he's played 3 games before, Harry.
Yep. H. Edwards.
3 games this year. The other guy is Luke Edwards. No, he doesn't
Well,
look anything like
Hang on.
Tyson
Yeah,
Edwards.
Luke Edwards is in.
Right, so
So
Luke
L. Edwards, sorry.
Right, so Luke Edwards is a
That
170k.
looks like Tyson.
Yeah, not really.
Shave his hair
So
off.
he's in, and I think they've said that he's going to debut. They're going to debut.
Right, so
I saw a tweet from Rhino, and he wouldn't be wrong.
No, so it's Luke. It's
Yeah.
Luke the Duke.
Legit.
Tyson.
So
Tyson's
170k
kid.
mid.
170k mid. And
Yep.
with their injuries,
Yeah.
may be around for a while.
Okay,
Could
let
be.
me just
I'll
double
find some
check here
numbers
because
on it.
I've had the actual team sent to me
Yeah.
in
See,
how
this is
they're
why
lined up.
He gets them
this
sent
is Chris
early.
Main 101.
Yeah, I can see that.
He has been named. He's on the ground. Must be on the ground there somewhere.
That's where he plays. His best footy.
Half forward flank. So he will be playing. There you go.
And I'm just going to find out a few
you
numbers
do.
on this.
It's like his
You
dad
can do that
used
as we
to
go through here.
float
So,
between the flanks.
Xavier O'Neill's been brought into the squad, as well as Langdon, Vardy, True. Zane True's another guy. They
No chance.
You don't think so,
Is
Kel?
that really happening?
False.
True is named on the bench. Right.
I'm looking here, Dog, at
Foley and Ainsworth are the other ones in. It's a
Right.
big list.
Luke Edwards.
Yep.
I'm looking at his, and it's not, there's something must have gone wrong here, but he only scored a 32
Right.
in the waffle. So
Gulp.
I'm not really sure why.
Did he have such a good 5 minutes? They were like, nah, pull him off the ground.
Incorrect. No, I don't know. The average hasn't worked out. So he had 32 in his last game, and then must have been reduced time. Before that, scores of 69, 73, 99, 71, 57. So I'm going
busy.
to roughly average that out to about a 65.
Yeah.
Let's get the last game thrown out here too. Fremantle and the Bulldogs. That's 4:40 Western time, so 6:40 on Sunday evening.
Past your bedtime,
It
Cal.
will be.
Big time.
Logue, Taberner, Joel Weston could make his debut, and Conker into the squad. Switkowski, Mike Switkowski. You forgot to file your paperwork. Is out with a hamstring.
Stop.
Blakely was a sub. Right. So he hasn't been named out as yet.
Righto.
Bulldogs, Hannon, Big Steph is back. Riley West, Anthony Scott is into the squad.
Yep.
You still got him?
Yes.
Yeah. And Gardner, out Garcia with a concussion, and Lockie McNeil
I
has
saw
been omitted.
McNeil going. He
Yeah,
was shocking.
you would
last
He
week.
was a
assume-
sub, wasn't he? But he played the whole game, essentially.
You would
So-
assume Scott makes that, Roy.
I don't think McNeil was even sub.
What's it?
last
Oh,
week.
no, Butler was,
He just
sorry.
played and played badly.
That Joel Weston, 170k midfielder, averaging 72 from his 6 games. So not
That's
bad.
all right.
Not bad. I think Scott plays. I think we can count that as a green dot. Later on when we go through this, I think that's a green dot.
I think he'll play.
All right, they're the teams. You can check them out at afl.com.au. Don't forget those Sunday squads. We fix those up, or they get trimmed at 5 o'clock on Friday.
Hi, Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
All right, gentlemen, the big news story of the week is Brodie Grundy, who is officially out now that we know the teams. Cow, your couple of minutes that you waffled on at the start about maybe he plays this week. No, well, he's not.
Good filler, mate.
Next week. Here is the question.
Okay.
All right. We'll go through some different scenarios, and we're all in our different scenarios as well.
Yeah.
I'll start with probably the easiest one, and that's me as a owner of Grundy, and my R2 is a spud. Won't even talk about Zach Smith, but it's easy for me just to go straight to Max Gone.
Yeah.
Simple.
Agree. And the benefits of going to Max is, one, Grundy's going to drop in price if he plays next week, which he probably will, Roy.
Yeah.
So he's going to drop a little bit in price.
Yeah.
Max has a decent matchup on Friday night against Brisbane.
Yep.
If Grundy is out, then he plays a ruckless Grundy
Next week.
Ruckless pies.
A ruckless pies without Grundy.
So the thing is, even if I had more than the 18 and all that sort of stuff, if you're in a situation like me, you trade anyway. Agree?
I believe
even if you've got more.
What if he's only out 1 week?
Yeah, I still think you can trade.
Do you?
Because you're getting Max.
Yeah. Okay. What if you're already a Max owner and he's only out 1 week? I reckon hold and come out of the buy.
But then I guess that's the next question. I don't think he's only out 1 week.
No, but the scoop here.
Yeah.
You can't be that wrong.
Have you? How long have you known him for?
No, okay,
we've been doing this for a long time.
number of weeks.
So I'm going to say that. There's my advice, and I'll
weeks.
say even if you thought he was back next week, you can still do it because you're going to want Max at some point.
Yes.
You might as well get those points now.
Okay.
And that same buys and all that sort of stuff.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Cal, your position. Is that
it's
next?
the same as you.
Well, it is.
Because I've got Max and a
Brody.
really good
There you
R2 in... I've got Grundy and a good R2 in McElroy. Right? What a gun.
It's a little bit different.
Well, the gap between Grundy and McElroy should be closing in a couple of weeks after the bye, and the jump will be a little bit less than what I was probably anticipating.
And you've got McAvoy out this week.
Yeah.
So you'll get Max in for Grundy.
Yep.
McAvoy out this week.
He'll
you
come
get
back.
him playing those 2 bye rounds.
Yep.
And then you could flick him to Grundy when he's back or when you're ready to get him.
Yes, that's my position. So I'm going to say it's actually very similar to you.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Very similar to you. That
Except
I'm going to...
I don't know when I'll get Grundy because
You're not getting him.
Zach Smith.
Unless you sell your whole bloody team. You're not ever going to get him. Now, Roy, you're a little bit different because you own both of the big boys.
Yeah, I do. So there's a few people to look at. And
There
it's
is.
an interesting list. There's only one that jumps out as a really sensible play, and that's someone we've talked about the last few weeks, but no one's really had either the balls to do it or a reason to justify doing it. But Sean Darcy is putting his hand up.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has been playing so well. And, well, I tell you what, like if you were in a position where you were keeping Grundy for the long haul but got him in at the moment, you can keep him when Grundy's back and throw him forward. So that's a play. That's not a scenario that I'm looking at personally, but that's there as a play. Imagine coming out of the buys and Grundy's back and you're throwing Darcy forward.
Awesome. Yeah.
You're just absolutely laughing. And then when one of those 2 big guys, they go down again, you got the next best guy already there.
Yep.
Like it's just a really good play. As far as me, if like Warney, I believe you more than Cow at the moment. Grundy's out for longer. I'm probably going to have to trade. I like Darcy as an option.
Yep.
If
Don't say it.
What?
Riley O'Brien.
Is an option.
It's an option.
It is.
He's a lot cheaper than what he started at.
$260 cheaper, dog.
He scored 90 odd
Exactly.
And
he
who's
makes...
and doesn't play against Grundy
Exactly.
this week.
So he's someone who
Far out.
makes the most of very fortunate situations,
Yes.
and he's falling on his feet. You might find that hard to believe, but he seems to, with some unbelievable luck, with either back when Witts went down.
He capitalised on it.
He spent a quarter and a half of epic football
Nank
making up for
last
Nank
week.
goes down.
Now he
He's
doesn't get
playing
Grundy.
against
Max Lynch.
And then
exactly, this week.
Week after that, he goes against St Kilda, who are one of the easiest teams, and then he has his bye.
So, and he's over his spinal. He had a
Yep.
broken back,
he
apparently.
did. Had a back spasms and
Yeah.
everything about 3 weeks ago. Pretty much when I bought him.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what, though.
My God.
Back spasms. What happened round 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Was that a back spasm? No.
brain spasm.
Brain spasm.
So the thing is, he's an option.
Yes.
Because he is so cheap, what you can do with that,
Yeah.
that makes it even justifiable running that risk.
Agree.
But the coach even said, finally he was back to marking behind the ball and stuff like that. Things that you got him in to do
Yes.
that he wasn't doing.
No.
The coach said he was actually doing it again last week. So moving forward, that might be a good thing. And he's
Okay.
hell-bent on not resting.
Okay, so-
So then
he's an option.
So now the other side of it, they're probably the only two options then.
There's
but
kind
it
of
is
others.
Darcy there. Well, who else have you got?
Well, I wouldn't do it or highly recommend it, but you see what Nick Nat's been doing?
Okay, yes.
He's been playing very well the last 3 weeks, and he's got he's playing Carlton this week.
Yep.
Like, God, surely he has a field day versus them. What about Tim English, if you want to go real cheap? It's
Steph's
horrible.
back.
But
I know.
But he was,
his scoring ability as a forward last year.
Yeah,
He was a forward that pinch hit in the ruck.
Yep.
That's what he'll do again this week now.
Coming
and
off
what did he
90.
average last year? 90. It was bloody Corona ball, but he still did it.
Yep.
Have you seen his price?
Yeah, he's 582.
Imagine what you can do with that
Yeah.
leftover cash.
That's
Now,
good coin.
it's another one that he's coming off 90-something last week as
Yep.
well. So I'm just saying there are guys out there that they're interesting.
Would you go down to Ned Reeves?
Well, he's not playing this week.
No, but
So
you can get away with it this week. He had an 80 last week.
And then
Could you go that low?
Then he can cover you for those next two.
It's a real gutsy call
The thing
because
is-
you're getting another rookie to a primo off that.
Well, what about
You're actually you would get two primos. There's
Yes.
enough fattened cows around now that's one primo out, two primos in.
Yeah.
as a Hawks ruck man, Cow, with
Yep.
big boy
Yes.
McAvoy?
Yep.
Do you see Reece staying in there with him?
Squirt it.
I think he will.
Right.
He's playing too well not to.
He is.
So, and the fact that both of them
You've
played
got to
well
get him through
last
those
week.
2 games, basically.
Yeah.
Look, he's a chance to come in for me this week.
Now,
He's on my
Yeah.
radar.
the thing with him as well, right? So he's not going to ever be able to go back to Grundy. You're not
No.
going to be able to get him
No.
back to Grundy. Like,
Yep.
it's a similar position to trying to get Zach
So
Swift up to him. But you will be able to cull
Another
a failing
yeah.
premium or someone to get back via a bit of
There'll be
DPP
something
and
there.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just answer this one. So, Roy, you've got Grundy. Would you go Darcy or save $100,000 and go O'Brien?
God, 100,000's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
He should be fine now, but you put yourself in this position
Yeah.
and fast forward a week. You're either sitting here going, well, yeah, the writing was on the wall. He was good last week. He's over the back spasm. Of course, he was going to get his 90
Yes.
against Collingwood, who had no one.
Yep.
Or you're going to go,
Look at that other data.
what was I thinking? He has been so crap this year. How could I not? Why did I
That's
think
the
he had
thing.
turned it round?
If he sucks this week or in the next 3 weeks, then that's your mistake.
Yeah.
You know that he sucks,
Yes.
but you did it.
Did it, yes.
Okay, whereas the other guy has been performing well.
Very well.
So then it's on his head. Got it.
Right, now we've been ignoring, because this has been...
We haven't been ignoring
I don't
anybody.
know. I
This
don't know who
has
I do.
been a conversation that has split the community of the hold as well. Is that in play?
If you're rolling out with 20,
So- I don't
21 players this week,
Yep.
and Grundy is in your squad,
Yep.
why you're
he's
dropping 2 or 3 worst scorers?
Okay.
That's not, you're not taking a hit that week.
Because people are talking about they've got Flynn on the bench.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't play this week because
No.
GWS have got the bye. So is that okay
Incentive
to
to
get
hold.
through? Yeah.
Once again,
Or
if you-
Reeves, for example.
if you
might
got
already have
20,
there. Yep.
if you got 20 players this week and you got Flynn on the bench, I think you could hold Grundy.
Yep.
The other thing is there's a lot of leagues out there that turn the buys off. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of people going to hold him anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, you would
Okay.
definitely, if you're only playing for
your league
for your
wins.
league
Yeah,
win,
you got to
you'd
hold him and just
that.
wait and see it comes out the other end.
100% I would.
He's got to break even 144. He dropped 30k last week. He's now equal value with Max, and at a break even of 144. Now the pig could get that, but he's not getting it coming up against Max if
So
he's
you've
back
got,
next
the only
week.
way you'd hold, I think, is if you've got Max and Grundy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've got those two. You've got a Flynn.
Yep.
And maybe Reeves. Possibly
Yeah,
utility
you could do that.
or whatever, or however you're rolling with those.
Yep.
But you were doing that thinking that he will definitely be back in round 15. He'd have to be back then.
Yep.
Which they've called it 2 to 3 weeks, which is what that's on track for.
You would
the fact
think
that he's
so.
running has got to be a positive thing, that Cow even thinks he's going to be back this week.
He didn't. My Joe's next.
Laid in.
But, wow. The other little risk of that too, if you were thinking, he could even be back for that game, it's a Monday game, which gives him more time.
Sure does.
The round 13 game. But not knowing until Saturday afternoon that he's going to be back
What,
Yeah.
where
would be a stress.
Like the fact,
They don't
where
need
are
to.
Collingwood
Yeah.
at? What is the value in doing
Look
it? Like,
after
you
him.
might as well just not.
And then the other part of that too, and this is something that may be a little bit underrated, is where his break even is and what's happening. He's got that 60 there sitting in that. But will he be 100% when he comes back? Will he be the ruck pig in those first few games that he's back?
Yeah.
He will be?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Is that good,
No,
I
it's
think?
just a question
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought I need to put out there.
No, it's
so
except
therefore,
if it's against Max.
Yeah.
If it's against
if he's
Max,
against that,
it's not going to be piggish, is it?
No.
But anyone else, he's back straight away.
So,
I reckon.
yeah. Oh, well.
Move on. I'm ready for the next part.
You're ready for the next
Zoned
part?
out.
Okay.
And I'm warming to Riley O'Brien.
Oh, jeez.
God.
So the most traded in and out players for this round, Trent Bianco, 15K.
Yep.
Brought him in, so that's
Clever.
Obviously smart. Heaney, good option, although there were the comments from
Yes.
Horse this week basically saying he's managed at training, managed week to week and all this sort of stuff. Is that just Horse being Horse?
That's a horse, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he's playing out. He's not going to play in every game for the rest of the year. Let's
Yeah.
make
No.
that crystal clear.
So the thing is, last week was obviously prime time. He was under 500,000. He's pumped 130. Heen doesn't do that.
No.
Heen does 100.
Yep.
Good day, bad day, 100. Now, he's still valued. That's the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
we need to remember. Don't get him chasing that 130.
No.
That may not happen again in his career.
The only
But
problem
his
is
value and buy are still
Yeah.
outstanding.
he needs to play a few more weeks because if he's out next week, and he
Yeah.
won't be,
No.
but if he's out next week, you've got a cheap guy on your hands. What are you going to do with him? So, fingers crossed he's going to play it out. I think he'll play out the next few, but he's not going to play out.
He's only got to hit the park this week and he's up to over 600. So he'll still be a good price to play with if disaster struck.
Yep, agree. Still a good buy.
Max is the third most traded in player. 5,000 coaches have done that thus far. They'd all be basically the...
Of course they will.
The move from Grundy.
Yep.
James Madden's there at number 3. Reverse those ones. Sean Darcy, Ned Reeves, which I think a lot of people were probably even flicking that for the bench. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I've
Yep.
got a non-playing Lloyd Meek. Might as well just go straight across in this week for that one there.
Okay.
James Harms too, ticking that one.
I am, yeah.
Yes.
His roles and,
Yeah.
and form was outstanding.
They talked about
last couple of
him
weeks.
being a bit more of a tagger, though.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You're in the guts.
Yeah.
The role's there.
That's what he did last week, though,
Yep.
and he embraces that role. He looked,
And that's what he
looked
scored in.
more
Yep.
available to find the ball in that tagging role. The good
And-
players take him to it.
Callum Coleman-Jones, the next one worth having a chat about.
It's
Kicked 4
tempting.
goals.
I know. So 4 goals inflated his score, but he's good enough to kick 4 goals.
Yeah. And the thing is, with Nank out, will he chop out in the ruck
Yeah.
with Mabior?
Possibly.
Yeah, interesting.
is.
368k. Now, that would get you a fair bit of coin if you went down to him,
God,
because
you-
he's got the ruck forward status.
That makes me feel a bit sick even thinking about doing a move like that.
Probably prefer him over Zach Smith, though.
Oh, definitely.
Most traded out players, of course, Brody Grundy. Then you've got these buy players, Kaczynski, Phillips, Bergman, Powell. People are moving these guys on.
Phillips.
Warner as well.
Phillips, pick the
CJ.
so-called premium amongst the rookies.
That's it. Yeah.
That's where
See
it
ya.
is. All right. Now, with thanks to Sportsbet's new Bet with Mates feature in the Sportsbet app, we've got our own Traders Punters Club going, boys. We started
do.
this last week without
We
you,
did.
Roy, and I was handed the baton to start with. And, well, good news. Same game multi on the Friday night footy.
Bang.
Not most disposals. Using the disposals markets there, more than 25 for Bont and Hunter and 20 more for Harmsy. $142.50 in
Well, great
the
start, dog.
for our Freeze MND kitty that we
Yep.
are raising money for. So only missed the second multi by 1 leg as well.
Pretty close.
Bit like your pirate jokes, Cal. That
Yeah.
would be a
And
joke for you.
as I'm sure you guys would have said last week, Bet with Mates is new to Sportsbet. It's easy to get set up. You can get involved via the Sportsbet app. Share the moment of betting together. Now, Cal,
Yes.
it's your turn this week,
Yeah.
mate. Dog, I tell you what, I didn't think he'd start so well.
Yeah.
So the pressure is on you.
But check this out. So I'm going to start off with looking at some straight out wins.
Righto.
I'm going to put them into a bit of a multi. I am going Melbourne, Sydney, Richmond, West Coast.
You know West Coast play Carlton.
Yes.
And you know Richmond play Essendon, the inform Essendon.
At least that will be a win, boys. I'm very confident on that. And the other one I'm looking at here is a couple of anytime goal scorers.
Yep.
Along with James Harms to get 25 touches or more. Now listen, here's my reasoning.
20 last week.
Yeah, so you got 23 last week.
Yeah. God,
I reckon he can. I reckon he can bump it up in the next bracket. The other one is Zach Bailey to kick a goal. Now, he got one last week and 4 the week before.
Yeah, he always snags a goal.
Zorko, anytime goal scorer.
A walk and talking goal.
2 last week and 1 goal, 1 the week before. So they're amongst the goals.
Yeah.
And Harmsy is my only risky one there. I'm just trying to pump a little bit more value into it. He needs
CBAs.
He'll get 25.
Who's he going to tag? That's the question.
Well, he's got to go with Zorko or even Jared Lyons. Neil might be back, so he's got a number of jobs.
Someone will take him to the ball now. You can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. So start your group and bet together and share the moment.
Group members must have a valid Sportsbet account to participate. Live betting not available. Conditions apply. See sportsbet.com.au for more details. As always, gamble responsibly.
Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Fiddly-dee, Calvin is here. I'm a pirate. Right, let's have a look. Now, as we know, you can do your vice-captain options this week with your buy players. So
you can't stuff this
You can't stuff it up, right? So that's the first thing everyone needs to understand. So we are going to look at a top 5 list as I would pick them, which is usually the correct method.
Probably 99% correct.
Yeah, so here we go. Number 1, Clayton Oliver, Friday night. Now, of course, you could VC him if you wanted to and go through that. So, loves playing the Lions. Last scores, 156, 111, 125. Plus, his form has been awesome, averaging 127 in his last 3.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Perfect vice-captain option on Friday night. And so is Max Gawn. Same game. Max coming off scores of 118, 129. Against the Lions last year, he had a 129. So, both players, very easy options to look at.
Do you know what? It's not as important to get it out of the way like in the first or second game.
Agree.
Because there's so many
by you see.
Agree. But they're both my best players this week.
Are they?
To captain.
Oh,
yes.
well, there you go.
Both my best.
That's a bonus.
100%. If I had no vice captain option and I had to captain anyone, I am going to Oliver and then I'm going to Gawn.
Wow.
Yep.
Really?
And I'm getting over and done with on a Friday night.
Right.
Coming up. I also, and this is going to be controversial, but I'm happy to wear it. I've got Zach Merritt ahead of McRae.
Why?
God, the form of
I know,
McRae.
the form's amazing, but McRae, I believe he's going to get some attention this week, either from Sarong or even Andrew Brayshaw himself.
Right.
Okay, so I believe he's going to get some attention. The reason he's going to get some attention, Sarong sucked last week.
Yeah.
Before, a couple of weeks ago, he sucked. To get him in a bit of touch and a bit of form, they go, now, mate, you're going with Zach Merritt. Tagged into 67.
Sort of like Harmsy. That's when he used to find the pill last year when he tagged.
I just think they're going to make him go with Jack. Anyway, so the other thing that cements this is Jack McRae's last scores against Freo are this: 75, 127, 91, 99. So he's got 1 ton.
They're mortal scores.
In his last 4 against Freo.
He's not a mere mortal.
So but his form's
Sunday
amazing.
night too.
I agree. Everything looks great. And
can I just throw stuff at you here?
Throw it.
So Bulldogs lost last week.
Yes.
And that's with Libba tagged.
Yes.
Would they not go... Because, AFL coaches, they tend to be pretty reactionary.
I agree.
If that happened last week and they lost, wouldn't they go to Libba?
Definitely. They could do.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
But you've still got him in the 5.
He's still there to be
He's
had.
not like just
but the thing is,
to
though,
walk the plank.
He's coming off 147, 153. I'm hoping
that you get a VC out.
that the fantasy gods, Roy, have
as long as I don't ask for it.
Thing is, though, the line this week to me is a 115. You're taking that this week.
Yeah.
You're taking a 115. You don't have as many captains to choose from. And as I said, there's a little flag there with McRae. Zach Merritt, though, great scores. Last year he had 156 against Richmond.
Yeah.
I reckon he's going to step up in this and be awesome. So they are...
It just makes me feel a bit ill going... away from someone averaging 150 in their last two.
I know.
Reese is in the comments at the moment.
Right.
He loves Still side bottom, if you didn't know. He lets us know that a bit. But he's playing against his favourite team. Average of 106.4. 9 out of 12 hundreds.
Yeah. What, as a captain,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do it,
As
would
a
you?
trade option, I'm all over
You love
that.
it,
I think he's a great option this week, but he's going nowhere near a V or a C.
Agree. And it's Adelaide, and they're starting to be the broken hats again. They're starting to slip. So
Where's
I
Laird on
understand.
your list? Oleg wants to know.
Laird would be in the top 10, but he's coming off a 75.
Yeah.
He
You
needs
can't-
to be punished.
Once-
Worth having a VC on if you're
want
rolling
to.
that into
the
a
issue
Sunday.
with a guy like that is if he stuffs up this week, you go to yourself, oh, what was I thinking? You got 75 the week before. So it's on you. But
Lee-
and that's where a McRae's a safer pick because if he gets tagged and gets an 80, you're like, oh, but mate, your form's been so good. What's going on?
Last week was a +3 hangover for Lairdy.
It was.
He became complacent.
It was,
Yeah.
Must
definitely.
have been tuning in. Oh, well, there we go. Let's get into the next segment.
No, whoa, joke, mate. Dog. Jeez,
Good
mate.
try, dog.
Good try. You're
Right, okay,
Gotta
give
be
it to us.
quicker than that.
Yeah, got to be waking up. So this is the issue. So, but
What, your jokes are drying up.
No, they are. But what?
3 months
This
ago.
is not the joke. What do you do when your jokes dry up? Hit to scarymummy.com.
Oh,
right? That's
rightio.
where you go, and that's what I've done. This is a scarymummy.com classic. Right.
Does anyone ever check your history at home and go, what is that?
What's he searching? Right. A pirate walks into a bar.
Sicko.
All right. A pirate walks into a bar and asks for 10 shots of rum. Arr, can I have 10 shots of rum? Is what he would have said.
Yeah.
And the barman, of course, pours out the 10 shots of rum. And the pirate goes, "Ah, thank you, barman." He walks up, he picks up the first shot and just chucks it on the ground. Goes to the 10th shot, picks up, he chucks it on the ground. The barman goes, "Oh, mate, why did you do that?" "Well," he said, "the first shot tastes like crap, and the last shot always makes me sick." Thank you. Thank you.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
They're drying up.
If only you had have been a bit quicker, dog. We could have avoided that.
Hell of a lot of...
It reminds me, though, you used to drink yours first, but you used to do the same thing, throw the glass over.
oh, geez, you were naughty drinking your rum.
But I was a pirate.
You were a bad pirate. You would have been made walk the plank.
I was not. I was a good pirate.
There was no need to do that.
I didn't do anything like that. That's a lie. People know.
Play on.
Okay, Dean wants to know this one here. Legends, currently ranked 430th overall. Nice work, mate. Is it okay just to play rookies to cover the blue dots? And that's okay.
Yeah, yep.
That's what we do in this time.
Green dot's a green dot.
Green
Yeah.
dot, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Love
nice
green.
to have more, but you want the more premiums on your field
Yep.
rather than rookies covering your green dots on the
And
back
you know
end
what?
of the...
I don't like when people start these conversation of how many dots you got, and I go, I've got 18 dots, but how many premiums? Don't care. Don't care.
No,
As long
that's
as you're
important
green.
though, Cal.
No, it's not. It's
It is to
green.
me.
Move on.
I'll tell you what, it's important, but it's never something I add up. I look at mine
Yep.
and I go, oh, strong midfield. Oh, God.
'Cause you're gonna
disgusting.
cop it
But as long
sometime.
as I've got
Push it.
18,
Yep.
I actually don't care.
You're
As
going
long
to
as
cop it sometime. We're going to be upgrading to premiums, but this is going to be harder than ever to upgrade to premiums.
It is.
Where
It
are you
is.
getting all your cash from?
That's
Where are
right.
these kids coming through? Where's all that
Yep.
you're going to be
cash
downgrading
cows
to?
like Zach Smith.
Yep. Bargain.
Ha. Right. His other question there is Jordan to side bottom? Is that a good move? What do you think?
Sidey's great.
I would do it.
Jordan's been ticking along
He's
nicely.
great.
He's like the guy that, because he's got the round
like a
14
safe
bye,
70 too.
which obviously side bottom has as well. I've got other dudes I'm moving before him, essentially, as rookies.
We got to remember, there's people out there that haven't copped a heap
Yeah.
of these premium injuries that they've had to move. If he's in a position where Jordan could go, Jordan's been great, Jordan is great, tackling machine, but we're talking an informed side bottom.
Yep.
I love that move.
Agree.
Yeah.
And you've never had Jordan for the long haul. At some point, he's got to go.
Yeah.
So if it suits you to go this week,
Is he good enough to hold on to? Definitely.
yep. But
Is side bottom a massive upgrade? Hell yeah.
yep, exactly. He can go this week.
Okay, so the next one here is Dylan, who's saying he's going basically Grundy to gone. On the other side, looking at either Heaney from Phillips and Bianco from Chapman. So,
Okay.
who would be more important to go with there? The injured Chapman
I think so, because you're getting in Bianca, who's
which is
going
a
up.
must-have. I think there's not too many more must-haves than doing that, and you're getting some coin for next
This
week.
could be the last must-have we had this year.
Yeah.
Right?
It
And
could be.
we've been waiting for him, and here he is. He scored a 71. He's gone up 40, 50-odd K already or whatever that is,
Yeah.
and he will do it again. So you've got to be on the board.
Bo Mustin.
You've got to get on. Yes.
How can you answer
Have
this? Not the two of us here. Callum wants to know, is De Goey an option to bring in?
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
The GOAT.
Do not.
Or should I bring in Burns? Okay, there's a question for you. Who would you prefer to have in your side, De Goey or Burns?
I would be going Burns.
The GOAT.
De Goat.
No.
The GOAT's form, he flicked a switch in his head. He's found it very difficult to find the switch. He flicked it. He is back.
So what he scored last week, what did he score? 109.
109.
Let's have a look at the two before that. 40.
Yep.
57.
Unflicked switch.
Yeah. So you can get the GOAT. That's fine. I can't believe I called him the GOAT. I've been tricked into this. You can get De Goey if you want, but expect a 40 and then a 100. So he's got to average out. But
There's no turning back.
it's back.
There's no turning back.
Look, he'll be good against Adelaide this week.
Hell yeah, he will.
And then a reality adjustment,
Like,
a reality
my
check.
only regret is I had to endure the pain of the unflicked switch. Now people will jump on and enjoy it.
No, don't jump on. You won't enjoy.
James, side bottom or Darcy?
Side bottom or Darcy? It's side bottom for me.
Yep.
Yeah, just safer. Just feels better.
Yeah.
Jaden wants to know, this is a good question because this is what a few people might be in a position with here. Lazaro to side bottom and have 20 green dots this week, or go to Josh Kelly, who's got the bye, and have 19 green dots. How do you feel about trading in a player that's on their bye that you probably would be getting next week
Look,
anyway?
there's scenarios where it's okay.
Yep.
However, with a premium, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be like, just find a way to do that next week.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a no to that.
But you're probably
rookie-
not getting him in next week, though, are you?
How?
If you're getting side bottom this week.
Surely you still can. 2 down, 1 up. There's got to be someone that could go.
Who are you going down to? That's the big question, though.
Yeah.
And
No
that,
one.
I wonder, though, like, are we going to come out of our buys?
Who would you prefer? You'd prefer Josh
Yeah.
Kelly, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah. I don't know. Who's
Josh-
that 20th man?
God, Josh Kelly can do soft tissue
Yeah,
at
he
Of
training.
course he can.
Definitely.
He's not the guy to bring in a safer guy.
But like he's a must-have.
Yeah.
He's a must-have. Could you not? I'm still not comfortable with it, but I could see why you would do it.
Oleg wants to know, would you go Harms and 200k in the pocket or Mills and 10k? Is Mills worth 190k over Harms?
He's not. Sadly, he's not.
He's bloody awesome.
He's so
But-
good. He's the number one defender, Roy.
Yeah.
That's 20-odd points.
And he's way better. But Harmsy's getting it done in a very good role at
And
the moment.
making coin that'll
Yeah.
let you get to him, get to Mills later.
Yeah.
I'm going Harms.
Harms, agree.
I think that's what we've got to go.
You do.
Rightio. Next one. Let's go here. Sorry. Side bottom, Martin or Heaney for Phillips. Who would you be bringing in?
Side bottom, Martin or
Heaney.
Dusty. 'Cause
Yes,
we
I
don't
got
normally
that.
Just call him Martin.
Out of that group, I think Sidey's off the table. Right, I just think there's so much value in Heaney and even Dusty still. There's value in Dusty.
I think side bottom will be the clear highest scorer out of the three of them.
Agree.
And he's got a better buy than Dusty for most teams. I shouldn't just
Yep.
assume. And Heaney's the most dangerous out of all of them, but he's the best value.
Yep. But so Dusty's at 565.
Right. So Heaney and Dusty are basically the same price.
Yeah, and Heaney's probably 20 odd less. I'm going Dusty over Heaney. Okay. Another reason to have Dusty, last 7 games against Essendon, averaging 124. Last 7.
He's not struggling.
He's not going to struggle against
The
Essendon.
thing is, he doesn't ton up this year.
No, he hasn't.
Not
In
for
fact,
a lot of weeks.
1 ton in his last 8. So, yeah, there was a 90 last week. That's that's not a ton.
I like Sidey. I want to get Sidey.
You'd go Sidey and pay that extra coin. Okay.
Chris on Twitter is saying, I've been really happy with what Hind has done for me this year, but am I crazy moving him to Whitfield this week? Seems to have reached his break-even. I still have 20 on the ground, so getting Whitfield the week early.
Nah.
Who will be the number 1 target next week, I reckon, for a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
Hind is averaging 91.
You got to roll with him,
Keep
don't you?
Hind.
There's, as far as the rolling 22, he's not in it. But geez,
he knocks on the door every couple of weeks.
he would be thereabouts in that next group, averaging 91. And I understand, like, he had a 74 last week, but look at his scores before that: 97, 122, and 100.
Yeah, he's very passionate. He actually kicked on the door that 122 week.
Yeah, definitely.
Kicked on it.
Jamie Hinchcliffe, how do I beat the wife in our league?
Oh,
match?
my God. Jeez. Dog.
Well, he's part of the AFL Fantasy Power Couple, the Hinchcliffes.
Oh, right.
How does he...
But he's not going to hit anyone, is
No,
he?
hope not.
Right.
How does he defeat her?
Yes,
Okay.
defeat
Right.
her in
Right.
the
Tell
league.
me the question again. I got scared by
Swap
the way
the
you
words
worded
around.
it.
How does he defeat her in the league?
Okay.
Right.
Just log into her team, because I think she's doing a lot better.
That's what I'd do. Wait for her to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it in front of her face so it scans in, and then go to work.
There you go.
Right. Okay, Liam, off Twitter, which defender will score the most points for the rest of the season?
Which defender? Whitfield. Is he a defender this year?
Yes,
I believe he is.
Yes.
Yep.
Know your craft. That's good. Best downgrade for this week? Yeah, of course, Bianco.
Yeah.
Yanko, Reeves, if you really want to have a...
Clavinaro, he held over your mate Highmore.
What?
I don't think he
Over Highmore?
Yeah.
What did he do?
I don't think
Nothing.
there's-
That's the problem.
Oh, dear, clever.
I don't think there's anyone that you
Spell
can
his name.
really say here's a downgrade for you
you
to
wrote
look at.
Calvin.
What's his
you
name?
wrote CALV. You
What's his
wrote
name?
your own name.
What's his name?
What?
What's his name? Clavinaro.
Clavinaro. C-L-A.
Oh, CL. Sorry
You're
about that.
writing your name
Yeah,
in
I tried to.
Right. We need to refill that
Calvinaro.
coffee,
He scored
Calvin, and wake
25
up.
points.
Exactly.
Calvinaro.
Calvinaro.
You can't have it.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not touching that. Can't spell his name.
Charmander, if I have 22 players this week or next week, can I hold Grundy?
Yeah.
Yes. 22 is a lot.
Can give you another chance to make a decision.
Yeah. You might come out of the buys with the best team in the
If
world.
you've got
Yes.
22 this week and next week, how does that round 14 when you've got Grundy on
It's
a
a
bye?
lot.
How does that look?
You must have like 12 left.
Thin by the sound of it.
Charmander.
Charmander, be careful.
May evolve.
Tom, last couple here. Crips or side bottom?
Crips or side bottom? I think you're going to say sidey again, are you?
For the buy that I think would help most people,
Yep.
but Cripper, tell you what, 3 tons in a row, 10 tackles, and then it was goals last week to get him to 120.
Yeah, right.
He looks really good.
He does. Who would you go?
The one with forward status.
Yep, fair enough.
Clever Rhino is apparently how that's said. Now, the other question,
No, it's
we
not.
forgot this one.
Calvin Rhino.
Ronan O'Connor.
Yeah.
Is he an option as a downgrade then?
He is because he's still very cheap.
Yeah.
He is.
He is.
And he must be thereabouts.
Yeah.
And he could play a couple of games here. So he only scored 49 in 50% game time.
He's against
Remember.
Collingwood.
185 at home. No vest. So it's all
Yeah,
clear.
He is an option.
He's a dead set
And
option.
this week where you could be double downgrading or
If
triple
you-
downgrading
yeah, you
or whatever
could.
you're doing,
All right.
getting some coin
My only
from
fear
him.
for him.
Oh.
Can he hold? He got dropped 8 tackles he laid
Yeah.
round 1. Kids that come in and
Brought
lay
him
8
back in.
tackles, they go, well done.
Yeah.
Great effort.
He went back to the Samful and dominated again.
Did he?
Yep.
It's a beggars can't be choosers type scenario, I think.
So did Hately come in?
No, he mustn't have. Didn't hear his name.
Gosh, so they've picked Ronan.
I don't have a problem with people ringing him in.
No,
It's a
same.
good gamble. It's a good gamble.
You're getting him this week.
You're getting him this week. Yep.
You are
Don't have
getting
a
him
problem
this
with
week.
it.
Lockie Hunter versus Fife. Hunter. Has to be, doesn't it?
Hunter.
Has to be Hunter.
Yeah.
Has to be Hunter.
Now, Hunter, just flagging that you can still get bevoed. First half, he seemed to play an outstanding role.
Yep.
Scoring reflected that. Slowed down with a slightly different role in the second half. Slightly bevoed.
Slate.
A slight chance of maybe potentially getting bevoed.
All right, thank you for tuning in again for our Thursday night team show. Hopefully we come out all right out of this. We'll have to go and check our dots and see how they're looking. Make sure you've checked all your dots. Tune into afl.com.au to catch all of our content there, including Calvin's magnificent Fantasy Ready article and our video on Friday, but also for the teams as they get trimmed on Sunday. Arvo, you might have those couple of little cash cows there that could make the cut for the West Coast Eagles. So check in on those. And don't forget the rules. We've got best 18. They need to be coming from on-field, and if emergency rules will apply if they need to. I think that's it, boys.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. and we'll see you next time, Monday. Catch
You've
ya.
been listening to AFL Fantasy Live. Play the official fantasy game of the AFL at fantasy.afl.com.au. Happy trading.